Hey, good morning. Rob here from the Well of Wellness, and it's a Saturday morning. Temperature is about 8 degrees in the well. It's about 0 degrees in the air. And I've just been listening to a track called Lights Out by Fred Again with Romy featuring High. And Fred Again was behind one of the big tracks of last year, We've Lost Dancing with the Blessed Madonna. I'll put a link to that one in too, because it's a banger, and it kind of really captured the moment of nightclubs being shut. But I want to talk today about resilience, and I talk about resilience a lot in my keynotes, in all of them really. And resilience is not strength. Resilience is not pulling the all-nighter. Resilience is not working 24/7, working through weekends and skipping holidays. Resilience is defined as effectively bounce back ability, your ability to withstand and respond to what life throws at us, the stresses that life throws at us. And for me, resilience comes from really being intentional about our wellness and making sure that we're topping up our battery with consistent focus on our well-being. Sleep, exercise, social connections, financial wellness, eating well with your nutrition, being hydrated, taking mindful breaks in the day to manage stress, pursuit of hobbies, helping others, music, dancing. All of these things add up to keeping our battery topped up. And if we do them in a sustained way and look to build up the aggregation of small efforts, marginal gains, then we can build resilience capacity. And what does that mean? Well, it kind of means we can handle more of what life's throwing at us. We can handle a greater degree of stress or perceived pressure and threat before we overload and ultimately burn out. But we can't do that by the force of will. We have to do that by making sure that our capacity and our energy is marshaled and built up. So this is at the forefront of my mind this week because I've had a really hard week. My wife was diagnosed with COVID on Tuesday, which meant she's obviously self-isolating. So immediately that doubled the childcare and parenting responsibilities. And I talk about the double dishwasher, right? Doing the dishwasher at the start and the end of the day does your head in. But that was sort of combined with the need to respond to some work stress and some work challenges. So I've had a pretty tough week work-wise. I've achieved a lot, but I've had to deal with some difficult things, and I've dealt with them. But then there's been very little space to get my own recovery in. So I've had to tap into the reserves, the energy, the resilience that I've built up. And I'm pleased that I've been very mindful about my exercise in January. I've been prioritizing my sleep, and I found myself having good reserves, and yet I didn't always deal with it very well. But here are a few thoughts that when we're dealing with situations that are draining our energy, that are tapping into our reserves, what can we do? So I still manage to get in the well every day, and I prioritize that because that kind of resets my stress each day almost, and helps me kind of stay balanced. I've tried to maintain my exercise, so I did a good 3 sessions of exercise on my indoor bike. I couldn't do some of the stuff I'd normally do, like go swimming, but that was okay. I replaced it with something else. I'm just looking at an aeroplane going overhead. Where is it gone? I wonder where it's off to. Quite fancy going on an aeroplane, going to somewhere warm right now, but there you go. And I think self-kindness, right? You've got to be, at times I've realised that it's all imperfect. I've, did the best job that I could last week with caring for my family, doing all of the pickups, drop-offs, watching the matches, dealing with the work stresses, as I mentioned, and realise that I'm not always going to get it right, and draw on the support of my team. So grateful for that. and try to be as grateful as I can for the things that I've got and the things that go well. So a few tips there on managing resilience and managing difficult situations. And in the scheme of things, my situation is not particularly bad. But when you're in it, it feels it, right? So few ideas there of keeping going things that keep you well, practicing self-kindness, being grateful for what you've got, and realizing that what you're doing is enough, right? So on that note, I'm going to go and do a little 5-minute meditation in this well and listen to that track again and get on with my Saturday. So hoping you're having a good day by the time you watch this, and stay well.